Hello, everyone. My name is Derek Wallace. I'm the manager of the product management team at MultiTech Systems, and I'm really, really pleased to be sharing the stage today with David Walker, president of RTC Manufacturing. He's going to give a little bit of a case study about collaboration between our companies and how it helped solve a business issue that he was facing. Now, I was going to go into a lot of detail about the wonderful world of MultiTech and how we help our customers solve their problems. However, having seen David's presentation, he does an excellent job of talking us up, so I'm going to let him do it for us. However, before David comes on stage, I'm just going to cover a few points about MultiTech. So, the first thing is, we're not a new company. We've been in the M2M and connecting things space for over 45 years. We manufacture and perform a wide range of services for communications devices, ranging from our analog products from way back in the day up to our socket modems, routers, and gateways of today. We're also very pleased to be introducing our latest conduit platform, which features low-power wireless technology, which our partners from Stream was just talking about in the previous presentation. We have over 22 million devices out in the field today, representing thousands of customers from around the world. We manufacture all of our products in Minnesota, where we are ISO 9001 and 13485 certified. And last, I have a long background in services, and it really pleases me to say that we have a very strong reputation in delivering excellent customer service to our customers, and we are committed to partnering with our customers throughout the entire product life cycle so that our customers know that the products and services that they buy for us are going to be fit for purpose and deliver upon the needs that they have in the field. And with that, that's a perfect segue to introduce David, who's going to talk about his company and his experiences working with MultiTech Systems. Here you go, David.
Thank you, Derek. I do have a louder voice, so you can probably hear me better. I'm the chairman of the RTC Manufacturing Company down in Arlington, Texas, and we make a school flasher product. And our motto is we've been helping kids get to school since 1987, and that's true, and we take that very seriously. So inside every school flasher is a little brain, a little computer, if you will, that we call a time switch, and it keeps a calendar for the whole year. And you're able to download your calendar to that box, and that gets the flasher to come on and off at the right times based on that predetermined calendar. It takes software to run that. It takes firmware. We write all that in-house. But one of the big things it takes is communication to that. We started with several ways to communicate with our flasher. As you can see, it's got a keypad on it. You can actually key your calendar in, which takes a long time. You can actually plug a laptop into that, which means if you have 1,000 of them in your city, you have to go around and plug into each one. You can communicate with a 900 megahertz radio, and we do some of that in the right applications. That works. And about 4 years ago, with the advent of the cellular network, we started attaching cell modems to these things and communicating to them that way. Like I said, 4 years ago, we found a manufacturer and we put some out there, and these flashers have to work in Fargo, North Dakota in the winter, and they have to work in Las Vegas, Nevada in the summer. There's a lot of heat, a lot of cold stress on not only our device but also the modems. We had some modem failures, and so we started searching around for other modem manufacturers, and one of our industry friends told us about MultiTech, and so we decided to take a visit. So we came up to St. Paul, Minnesota, or really just on the outskirts of St. Paul, Minnesota, to visit MultiTech, and not knowing what to expect, but here's their front lawn back there, just a little bit. I mean, you can tell it's a well-kept building, and they own that building, and so it makes a nice first impression. And then we go in, and they have our names up on the screens there. They have our logo that they have gotten off the internet and put our names on there, and and we're not a big customer. They asked us how many we might buy, and we said we kind of downplayed it a little bit. We said, we might buy 1,000 in a year. So we didn't want it to be a big deal, but they treated us like we were a million modem a year customer, and so they greeted us that way. And then this guy, who's the chief operating officer of the company, we figured we'd get the tour by the, maybe somebody as high as the warehouse manufacturer, maybe. But so the chief operating officer, this guy comes out, and I got to tell you, he's the most thorough man I've ever met. I mean, he told us everything about every facet of the operation. It was absolutely mind-boggling how much he knew and how much of the process he had command of, and it was very thorough. We were blown away, and he always had these glasses on. We had to go out on the floor, so he put these safety glasses on and made us wear them too. We had hard hats and lab coats and glasses. It was standard operating equipment, but everybody we met at MultiTech, not just that day but since, has been way above and beyond normal. The crew there, it's hard to tell from looking at him. So here's Dale again, and I don't know if you can see him or not, but he's got his safety glasses on. So, even though they're taking a picture, if they're on the floor, protocol. Am I wrong? No, that describes him. I mean, that's the way you do it. That's the way you go on the floor. You wear your safety glasses. He wears them every time he goes out there, and so did we. And I don't know if you can. Well, we'll get a better picture of it later, but it's a pretty clean-looking operation, and it's awesome. So, next slide. And here, this is what made me realize I was dealing with a special guy. This is Dell's idea. So every ceiling tile is a grid for product delivery. So a machine operator would call and say, I need, a new set of chips on B43. So the person delivering the chips would know, based on the ceiling tile grid, where B43 was. So very organized, it's amazing. Okay, so there's the line of I don't even know what they call them, but manufacturing lines. So they're doing the soldering of these. It's robotic arms. It's really impressive, I got to tell you. And as you can see, you can eat off the floor. Anyway, they've got great facilities, spotless environment, the people to go with it. And then we got a shot of the warehouse, and I don't know if you see the floor there or not, but you can eat off that floor as well. So it's just a wonderful place. And this, I think, as we all know, is a gigahertz transverse electromagnetic cell. I think we've all seen that before, right? Just kidding. I have no idea what that is. But that's really what it is, and there's two really smart guys up there. They have the engineering department kind of upstairs by themselves. I don't think they really talk to them much, and that's why. I mean, that you can see that they do that kind of stuff up there. Really, fabulous operation. And here's the real reason that we switched to MultiTech. Here's their repair department, and we're not kidding. We walked in there. They have a whole big room for the repair department, and there's one shelf in there, and there's 3 items on it. They just don't have many repairs. They don't even have repairs coming off the line. Their fail rate, they test every modem as they bring it off the line, and you would think they would get some failures. It's less than 0.1% straight off the line. I don't know that we've had any failures in our operation. We've deployed about 1,500 of them so far in the last year and a half. So that's a big reason. I've got the wrong logo on here, so y'all excuse me for MultiTech, but the reason that we picked them is because we need reliability in our communication to our school flashers. Your school children deserve that, and that's what we deliver with our time switch, and that's what we deliver with our modems. And MultiTech we've had a year and a half worth of history with them, and they have been awesome. So I do have a bonus slide. So I don't know if we're also in the traffic business. So I don't know if y'all have ever seen the inside of a traffic cabinet or not. The big aluminum box that sits on the side of the intersection. So okay, it's got a brain and it a lot of different communication devices, detection panels, load switches, all kinds of stuff. We actually set this up for a push button, but there's one thing in here that y'all probably don't, if you're not in the traffic business, you don't know it exists, but you do know the effects of it. So I'm hoping nobody in here has ever come to an intersection where you had green lights going this way and green lights going that way, ever, right? Hopefully. So nobody's ever had that. Good. Well, here's that device on the right is called a conflict monitor. So there's one of those in every intersection in America, and it's the final check on that. So if there's any way that two green lights are going in different directions, that conflict monitor, all the electricity flows through that. So it is a catch-all, if you will. So and it works very well because it is extremely rare for that to happen. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. Although somebody did break into something the other day. So they broke into a sensor. There was a big article on it, but it was when you read the article, you went, that's not good. Big deal. They can detect a car. Yeah. But no, that's not going to happen. Yeah. So that's all I have. If anybody has any questions for either Derek or I'm sure we'll be happy to answer them. Or if not, thank you for being so attentive.